Greetings, my fellow warriors. Of FNMA and Freddie Mac. So, today we have like a couple of good news and high expectations. It's more high expectations than good news. Good news will be hopefully in the next couple of days. And today is a really big meeting at Mar-a-Lago in Florida, where the Trump meets with all the important people regarding the housing. That is happening because the housing is next on the Trump agenda, and in next period we'll see a resolution, and they will try to address the housing problem we have in Florida. It is not just the question of Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac. It is like a lot of stuff they will try to change and correct, which can be changed, and to set up that more people will be able to afford more homes in the next period. Why is that important for us as Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac investors? Because the that is what the Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac are part of the puzzle. There was a couple of interviews, but all we know that soon that today is the big meeting, and they will set up the policy and what will happen in the future. Um, we don't know who is over there on the meeting, but for sure that it is the government officials, including Scott Bessent, Horwick, Knesset, then even Pulte will be definitely over there, and maybe some major bankers. In case that we have major bankers, one or two, we can expect that one of them is actually the banker for IPO. So that can be like most probably indication that if there is only one banker and we find out, okay, it's just the guy from Bank of America came, it is like a big deal. Or in case that we hear, but up to now we didn't, that for example, the guy from SEC will be there, or that from New York Stock Exchange, or even if we hear from that it was on a meeting, the person from uh, future Texas Exchange. So whatever happens, we still don't know, but we hope that it will be something good for us, and that finally story with Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac will be resolved. In case that happens, we can expect the price finally to adjust to the levels where it should be, and where it should be regarding the earnings of the company and future earnings and the potential of the company. Consider the position of the market, that is the company has the monopoly on most important uh, subscription you can have in life. It is We expect that price of the company will be in the company's Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac will be a couple of $1 trillion, or at least one, or I presume more. Because if the Netflix is selling the content that it pays, Fannie Mae is selling the mortgages. Both of them are subscription in a certain aspect, and both of them are just selling the basically. Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac do almost nothing. You just take the mortgages, repack them, and sell them. So they don't almost at all. They don't pay for the product, and they have like huge margin of profit. So is it better company for the than the Netflix? For sure. Netflix every second house paid like $15 per household, and for Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac you pay hundreds from each house. So is it realistic that Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac costs and market capitalization of that company is bigger than Netflix? Unquestionably, Netflix is $500 billion. Is it unrealistic that companies Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac has the market capitalization of at least double but not double. I presume it's even more. And So that means that stock price will be 100 or even more, few $100, and now it is 10. So we're good, and we still don't see the price movement because of it is end of the year, and like everybody are in a position, like you bought as much as you want end of the year. There is no price movement. You don't want to enter the new position. All money is allocated. You don't want to sell nothing because it will disturb your capital gain. If you set up, that you have pay capital gain as less as possible, to be close. You sell some losers, you sell some gainers, but capital gain maintains on a zero. And you want that, so they a lot of people done it. So that's why we don't see any traffic this last couple of days on the market. And regarding the news, even if we get some good news, it is, as we see, it is irrelevant, because we need some action, not the good news. We got a bunch of good news and nothing changed, like if somebody asked me, like if we had this kind of news, like let's say like a couple of years ago, and somebody told me, okay, this person will sell that, Scott Besson, Treasury Secretary, will say that, Pulte will say that, FHFA director, Horowitz will say that, Trump will say that, the president will say that, like big investors or Ackman or Burry will say that. I would say with that kind of news, we are easy on 50. I I would say that, like even 6 months ago, if somebody told me like like this will be told in a period of 2 months, and I would say, okay, if that is told in a period of 2 months and nothing major negative happened, I would say yes, the price is 50, and it's not. Why it's not? Because of the because the news, the market mechanics have more influence on the stock price than the news itself. And But it has the limit that market manipulation, market mechanics, like at certain point of time it start to collapse, and the price adjust to the levels where it should be. Like we, for example, we knew that we had inflation 20, like a couple of years ago, 2022, and gold was holding the line, and now eventually the market goes and adjusts itself. That's why we see the increase of the gold uh, currently. So it is normal to have this, and it will normal that it will be adjusted, and stock market knows to adjust exponentially. So we'll see what is happening, but we are still good. So today is the day where they will decide in next week or so, even next maybe couple of days. If I know no Trump, it will be in next couple of days. Like would you expect that it is Monday, 2 days down the road is New Year, that they don't take a rest. Actually, they have they are working between the Christmas and the New Year, and they're like on a major meeting, creating major decision. And if I know as much as I know Trump, if they decide today, in 3 days it will be like bang 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 bang, just executive orders. So stay well, stay healthy. We're on the right side of history.